There seems to be a lack of wanting within my generation to do something. Whether it's homework, extracurriculars, or even just going out to have a good time, there seems to be a lack of caring to simply do something, while the ones who are motivated are just have a ton of pressure on them. Pressures to do well in school, to have a successful career, and to do all that while having a decent social life bog us down like a 2-ton weight on our backs every day. There's recently been a rapid evolution in what we can do as a society, and quite frankly, it's scary. Whether it's a rising threat like North Korea or hackers looming over our heads to steal our identity, it's up to us to prepare for and preserve a future for the human race. But no one seems to want to do anything about it. This is shown statistically in things like low voter turnout, with less than 55% in the last election and less than 20% within ages 18 to 29, those of my generation. All everyone seems to want to do is escape. The entertainment media is thriving because of this. Things like video games, movies, virtual reality, even pornography allow us to escape the melancholy terror of our current human existence. Who likes to watch videos on the internet? I know I do. I like to go home and watch a couple of videos on YouTube. I'll watch a couple of tech videos or videos about video games, which I do realize is redundant. Problem is that I get so relaxed that I end up falling asleep. When I do, I sleep for hours because school is exhausting. But then I get up and watch some more and some more until it's past midnight and I still haven't even looked at my homework. So instead of doing it, I procrastinate even more until it comes the point of no return and I have to go to sleep for school the next day. Whether it's YouTube or sleeping, I'm looking for an escape. My favorite book, Ready Player One, talks about a society in which all people do is just that, escape. While virtual reality sounds like a neat concept, it can become dangerous if it becomes all-consuming, if people stop caring about the things that actually matter, the real world, for instance. Ready Player One shows what the current trends of entertainment technology could lead to. Mass poverty, nuclear war, famine, disease, basically the apocalypse, and everyone is just plugged into their Oasis consoles, running around in worlds that don't actually exist. Now don't get me wrong, I love virtual reality, but it can become dangerous if it becomes all-consuming. So what's my point? Entertainment media is a monster and should be brought down? No. That won't ever happen anyways. The problem here is the cultural apathy. What I mean is that people don't seem to care about what's going on. Now, I know this isn't everyone, but no one seems to want to do anything about it. Now, I think the recently deceased Pokemon Go took a step in the right direction. It got people to get out of their comfort zones and go out into a boring, hot world that needs them, even if they weren't aiming for evolutionary social change. Now, I know better. What if there were games like this for everything? What if there were, say, a game where the aim were to go out and pick up trash or help the needy? Now, I realize this may not be the best example, but stick with me for a second. A couple of months ago, I didn't think that, especially in the summer, teenagers would want to leave the comfort of their air-conditioned houses and go out into a boring, hot world when they have fantastically entertaining worlds right at their fingertips. Now, I know better, and I'm grateful for the change. This means that, unlike our elders may tell us, society is not dead. A couple of years ago, actually, I read an article about a video game that involved decoding strands of DNA. I don't know exactly how it goes, I've never played it, but it seems that it was actually able to provide some serious scientific output. The headline read something like, "Hardcore gamers decode AIDS protein that had stumped researchers for 15 years. They did this in just 3 weeks." Can you imagine if there were games like these for everything? Most of the world's problems would be solved within a matter of years, maybe even months. But the problem here is still the cultural apathy. Incentives would provide reasons to do stuff, but they wouldn't actually fix the problem. The root of the problem is still the cultural apathy. Now, there's only one thing that truly motivates people to actually make waves within society. That's passion. Most of my generation still hasn't found that yet. That's fine. There's already enough pressure on people to need to do well in school for them to need to worry about finding what makes them tick. Parents, I'm looking at you. Putting more pressure on people isn't going to solve anything. All this pressure and fear and people nagging us about what to do is what made us want to escape in the first place. But to the people of my generation, that shouldn't stop you from looking. There's nothing that should stop you from looking. Time may be a slight constraint because we have to do all this stuff, but there are things out there. One amazing place to start, though it may sound lame, is school. Clubs are out there for people looking for a little extra oomph in their life. Try new things. Explore, especially the things that seem out of your comfort zone. If nothing else, you can at least have the satisfaction of trying. But, ladies and gentlemen, and anyone who does not fit into the gender binary, please work. Because life is nothing but work. Hard, but hopefully enjoyable work. Thank you.